All right, going to take a look at uh, the way we drill our hands in Pass Pro. First one here, we're in a winning position against a bull rush. So guy on the right here is on offense. Great fit, elbows in tight, grabbing the breastplate of the defender. So he's in a winning position here. So he wants to end the rush by the defender by pressing into his pads here, pushing his hips forward, keeping his feet, his insteps pounded into the ground to maintain that separation. Then we'll get into a situation where we're in a losing position with our hands. So a guy on the left here is on offense. You see his hands are on the shoulder pads of the defender, so the defender will bull rush him. And we want to replace our hands by hopping. And as we hop, going one hand at a time, just rubbing the outside of his pads, outside of his tricep here. Get the hand back in on the breastplate. And then again, we never want to separate both hands at the same time. So we'll go right then left or left and right, either way. And then once both hands have been placed back inside, the defender will counter with a pull. So we go from defending the bull from a losing position with our hands to now we're in a winning position and the defender's counting with a pull. So to defeat the pull, we want to press into the defender with our hands while dropping our hips, taking a lot of little tiny steps into the ground to not get put on our face going forwards. Then we'll work. We're on ice skates. We're getting completely blown back by a bull rush. So we'll use our hands behind, put our hands behind our back for this drill. Have the defender fight as much, have the blocker, fight as much as he possibly can. And then after the second hop, he's going to knock the defender's hands off, whether he knocks him down or knocks him up or one up, one down. Either way, just get his hands off of you and then replace him and drive block him out of there. Gain as much ground back as possible. Get out of the quarterback's lap. Then we'll work on the defender trying to work a shoulder. So we call this pressure versus pressure. So whatever the defender, 56 here, is trying to pull, we want to push here. So as he pulls the left shoulder, the blocker will extend his right arm, and then so on with the left shoulder and the left arm. Then we'll get into some hand replace drills where here now both linemen are acting like offensive linemen here. So they always want to get into position. So we'll start with a neutral fit. One guy's got a hand on a chest and the other on a shoulder. Then on set hit, we'll keep our feet pounding, constantly replace our hands, constantly trying to get in position. Then we'll do the same drill, but we'll tell one guy that he's the rabbit. So both guys are on offense. Guy on the left here is our rabbit. So he's going to shuffle laterally in a direction. Wants to maintain a little better pass pro posture here. Get his head and shoulders back out a little bit more. Sometimes the rabbit has a tendency to get a little bit sloppy with that. But the guy on the right here, he wants to mirror and constantly replace his hands. Then we'll go hand sensitivity. We'll close our eyes. So guy on the right here is on offense. He's got his eyes closed. Guy on defense can do whatever he wants. Knock his hands down in direction, turn his shoulder, spin, jump. What the guy on offense wants to do, kind of like playing the piano. He always wants to keep his hands on the defender here, down the middle of his body. And again, we close the eyes just so the blocker has the sensation of always trying to find where the midline of the defender is, where the center of the defender is. Okay, so that's a look at some of our hand drills for Pass Pro. Thank you.